Yo, Mandem podcast, episode 199.
199.
We're getting there.
Crazy.
Almost at that 200 mark.
Congratulations are in order still.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, shout out to you, man. Actually, still shout out to you. Lot. Obviously, I wasn't here for the last episode. And I listened back to it, and it was a proper good listen, man. Proper good listen.
Yeah, no, good episode. Shout out to Joe.
You're vibing with that,
Yeah, he done well, but Rich is back, innit?
Shout out Joey.
Yeah. That was a good one still.
Unsuccessful in his
in his application.
In his trials.
attempt to
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
But he done alright.
We'll go with people with
good,
more
yeah.
experience.
He'll be on more still.
I feel like he's got the taste for it.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to it, that's last week's episode with brother Joe, just talking about the education system as a whole, and I guess its effects and all the far-reaching impacts it has on young people's lives and how he can help and how we can help. Very, very sick episode, man.
Yeah, it was cold. What was you on, Rich?
I was, bruv, I've been doing bare stuff, man. As you can see.
You're in the Hollywood
Am I cracking
studio.
up or you lot got me?
You're good. You're good.
Oh, good. Cool. Bro, I've been working, man. I've been doing bare stuff. Moved place. I am live from Quay today. I'm actually in Lincoln.
Okay.
Mrs. bought a yard up here. So I've been helping her move in and do bare stuff. I've been on some smoke. I was driving one of them. I don't even know what type of van it was. It was
Luton van?
See, like a Sprinter van, but it was a Renault one. The thing was fucking massive.
What's it? A long wheelbase.
Say that again.
A long wheelbase van. So it's like the long. It's not like the short.
Like a Sprinter, Mercedes Sprinter.
Yeah, so it's a long wheelbase.
Yeah,
they call it a long wheelbase van.
Like tall. It's thin and it's tall.
Yeah.
I know you went over bare curbs when you're turning left and right and that.
Yeah. So I had to drive one of those. Sorry, I've cut my video out because the thing's ramping a bit.
Yeah.
Do
you got to take the turns bare wide, like.
It's bookie. Yeah, this is a bookie analogy. I drive a smart car, innit? So I'm like the opposite.
Yeah.
Bare wide. But the smart car turn circle is wide because if it's too short, the car will literally tip over.
Yeah.
That was a techie one. I was driving that. Oh, bro, I had to slap it on a couple man round here. It's been peak.
The racist here.
Welcome
No,
party.
not racist. I don't think it's that racist around here. I'll be honest. But, bro, I'll tell you the story. It's a long man. So I've come up. I told you, look, I came up Friday evening. The van's we've rented it at 8 a.m. to do bare picking up because you can't go into IKEA. So I just done click and collect thing. I had to grab bare bits. Yeah. So got up there. There's a shop around the corner. She said she's seen a washing machine and dryer for cheap. Yeah, and I'm like, all right. Anyway, we go there. We go there the next morning. And it's one of them shops that it just shouldn't exist anymore. It's one of them, unless man are doing racketeering, some kind of drugs. It's one of them shops that
might find something in the washing machine when you open it up.
Yeah. So, but as I said, it's not my crib. So I'm like, all right, you want to do it? Cool. Let's just get it done, innit? So we get this washing machine and dryer, and it's a really old man in there and stuff, and he's just happy that he's got customers. He really doesn't.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen a soul in 20 years. You're the first people.
Yeah. I had to pay in cash and all of that. It was old. Anyway, get the things. I had the van, so we brought them back to the yard. Man's hit up YouTube how to install a washing machine and I've been doing all sorts of stuff, filler over here, there, all of this kind of stuff. Yeah. Anyway, it was a bit of a long thing. Got the washing machine in there. Kind of semi-fitted it, done a test wash, water's come out. Water's not everywhere, yeah? I want to put a little bit of water in it. And I'm like, oh, no. Then gone B&Q about 5 times, bare piping. There's bare pipes and stuff, all kind of madness. Anyway, finally get this thing installed, where it should be working, error code comes up. So I ring up my man and said, brother, come and get it. I'm not, because I ain't got the van anymore. A couple of days have passed. Like, you need to come and get it. As soon as he gets here, he's like, oh, it's because you wheeled it down the road and all of it. Like, he's giving it all of this. I'm like, bro, take the thing, take it back. And he said he would repair it, yeah? So that's happened. These guys come, but he's come with a bit of stink. And you lot him? You lot gone quiet?
Yeah,
you're good, yeah.
We're just engrossed in the story.
Yeah, we're intrigued.
Good listeners. So I've so yeah, he's come with a bit of attitude. Like, so they've taken the washing machine now, and my girl's like, I don't even want it anymore. Like we should have just bought a proper thing. Like, and I was like, of course, no shit.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but
yeah.
So they've taken it now, but then so we're in the week now. I'm working all remote, work from home. So and it's the place only at the bottom of the road. She's gone down there to say like, raw, just run the pee back. But they're giving her a bit of ag. Like, nah, like you're not getting the pee back, you're not this, you're not that. I'm thinking, raw, like, I'm in the middle of basically, no, she's got family around here. She could probably get some people to go down there or whatever. But I'm like, it's on me to do it, innit? I've got to do it. I've got to do it.
The making of the man.
I was about to say, Dan, is this the perfect? Is this the perfect example of like when toxic masculinity-ish comes into play?
Because you want someone to shout, you want someone with a decent shoulder width. Wide shoulder width. There's no better man than Rich in terms of shoulder width.
So I've gone down there now. And they was chatting bare shit. Like, so
how did you enter? Like, bust open the door.
I dropped through the door.
Some cowboy thing.
Like a Western fan.
Oh shit!
No, so I've gone down there. I haven't done it intentionally, but because the washing machine's not there, I've basically been wearing the same tracksuit all day, innit? So for like the last few days, I've got other stuff, but I'm like, what's the point? Everything's dirty. So I've just gone down there. I've gone down there all black though, innit? Like black hat, all black, mask on. And they've got like some like workshop thing, like, you know, when it's like a mechanic, it's all fucked, everything.
Yeah.
So I've gone down there, and there's two of them now, like the other guy that wasn't there, and I'm like,
so you're outnumbered.
I'm outnumbered. And there's bare tools, there's bare things about, like, there's bare parts.
Smoked. Yeah.
Talk about some Lincoln Olders.
So I've gone down there now, but I think the other guy, he hasn't seen man, innit? So he hasn't seen man, so I don't know if the other guy gave him a description.
Oh, so you're new.
Okay.
So I'm new guy. So I've come down there. Obviously, I straightened the dreads so they look a bit longer, a bit more intimidating. Than that, no, so I've gone down there, and I'm like, before I even said anything, he's like, oh, we don't want any trouble, kind of thing. So I'm thinking, wow, you're kind of dang already. You're kind of dang. I ain't said a word. Then we're chatting. And they're like, no, because you did this, you did that, and you took it down the road, and it could have probably broken your thing. And I'm like, oh, so you're going to force my hand? That's all I said to them, man. Because, I'm like, I've got to do something.
Like a mercenary, yeah.
Oh, so I said, I don't want no trouble either, but you're going to force my hand. Like,
in your head, Rich, what was your hand?
What was your hand?
What did you something on the floor, or shout a bit louder?
Oh, well, no, I wasn't even like, his voice was raising a little bit. And then I didn't tell him shut up. I can't remember, I said something, but like, so he knew like relax a bit. And then I'm just chatting to them. And then he's chatting bare shit. And my girl's there and she's taking photos of the thing. So he's getting bare agitated, innit? And he's trying to chat to her. And I said, brother, you're not chatting to her, like you're chatting to me. I said, you said something, answer the question, kind of thing. So we're chatting. And then he's like, he's got to call this. Basically, this is what we clocked, yeah? There's the old guy, then there's the young guy. The young guy's the manager. But he pretends like he's got to call a next man,
the big man,
to authorize things. So, he's like, oh, the manager's, he's in some conference, like, bare faff. Anyway, I said, like, we got to sort this out, innit? And he's like, oh, if you can come back in like 2 hours, or I'm going to give you a call in 2 hours. But the guy's had our number, innit? And he ain't called us once. We just ring up his phone and he hears it. That's why I have to come down the shop. So I said, write down the number, man, and I can see he's shaking. Like I wasn't putting pressure on him or nothing, to be fair, but he didn't like the confrontation, and he's putting it down with his dirty hands and that. And then like the day they called us at the later that day and was like, oh no, we're gonna give you a full refund, all of that, and I was like,
you are
brilliant. Like, brilliant.
But, this is why when he's shaking, you probably felt like, oh, like you kind of feel sorry for him or there's empathy, but when it was just your missus, they weren't shaking. They were saying it's
energy
not
was
happening.
different.
Yeah.
Shouting, locking off the phone, all of that. Like,
Yeah.
So then, man, got that full refund in cash. So good start, man. I've been doing bare bullshit, but that I was like, good. Like, I felt relieved after that because I'm like, bro, what am I gonna really have to do to be heard here? Like,
the word's gonna get around Lincoln about you, fam.
Yeah.
See that brother with the dreads? Yeah, watch out. He's extorting us for money. That.
It was because he had come to the yard as well. I'm like, blood, this is like, if we really have to go, it's long. Because man knows where I'm at. Like, I'm not even on nothing. But yeah, we got a result.
When you say the young guy is the manager, like how old is this guy?
Oh no, he's not like our age. He's still like, he must be like
25.
No, like late 30s, maybe. But he's got like a bit of a gut on him. To be fair, the old man was bare big. Like I was like, I don't actually want him. And you know when the man got them.
That's what them boxing lessons. Them work
hands, fam. Them work hands.
Hands are always dirty. I'm like, I don't want none of that. But yeah, we didn't have to do that, man.
It's good, man. Yeah, your bark helped, man. You didn't need to resort to the bite, so.
Yeah, that's what you want. That's what we want.
It worked out. It worked out.
A bit, man.
That is an eventful week still.
Eventful, man. But it sounds like things are going in the right direction. So what's the situation?
Yeah.
Washing machine? Is it hand washing? You lot in the bath in a bucket?
Oh, so no. She's got family up here, innit? So we just ran into her cousins or some shit. But, waiting for the new washing machine. I can't remember what day it comes, but we're recorded everything like we should have in the first.
Who's plumbing it?
No, it's good.
Are you plumbing it in?
No. I did it successfully though, but I had to I went to B&Q so many times. Like the last time, I think it was Sunday, and the place was gonna shut, so I just found the man. I isolated him. Fully. So I showed him the photos. Like I need this. Help now.
Have you met all the family up there, Rich?
Yeah. There's not like bare of them. One of the guys, my guy Mark, still he's like an army guy. He's gang still. I've come down there a couple of times. He's my guy still.
Okay.
Yeah. Them and couple of them United fans and that. They're like from even before the virus. They're like one of them's got season ticket. He's like we go.
Cold.
We do. So no, he's blessed.
That's decent.
And our cousins. It's all right, man.
I was gonna say innit, if you hadn't, they've already heard about like the new guy with dreads in it. So when you got introduced, it would have been
word got around.
Yeah. It would have been techie.
Anyone else had an eventful week like that, or?
Nah. I've had a good week. Very good week, but not like anything.
Elaborate. Very good week in.
Yeah, fam.
It doesn't take much from man, does it? It doesn't take much.
Bro, obviously, after last week's episode, smacked up the other lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, smacked up the other lot quickly. Then the other night, I couldn't believe how happy I was and genuinely laughing. It was fucked, fam.
For those who don't know,
it was actually mad. Like
Arsenal's rivals, Spurs, lost against Arsenal on Sunday.
So
on Thursday they went out of the Europa League.
So we went through. Boom, switched it over straight to Spurs. Like they scored the next wonder goal. Hey, it was mad. It was mad, and then it was going off a bit in the group after. Man were lying, saying certain stuff, and but that made for a good week.
Had a little spring in your step still.
Yeah, man.
Decent.
Yeah. Trust me. What you lot saying?
Not as eventful as Rich, but like I said last week, I was moving, so I've officially moved on Monday. So if you're watching, thank you. If you're watching, you can tell the background's slightly different to what it normally looks like. But yeah, finally moved out of the family home, so out staying on my own. I was telling these man, it's the first couple of days. It's like it feels like you're gonna go back home at some point. But I think getting back into the routine of like waking up to go to work, working from home, it kind of made everything feel a bit normal again. And this is the first weekend away, so I'm trying not to go back to yard for as long as I can help it. To try like get comfy here on my own or whatever. I think I'll be fine. But yeah, go yard when I need to, or when I feel like I want to see see some old faces, and then we go back. But
You feel
outside
like a free man, Les?
a little bit. I think I always moved in that way when I was at home anyway. So I guess eventually when I would ever move out on my own, it wasn't too much of a mad transition. But yeah, a little bit. You kind of feel just go downstairs, like cook whatever you want without mum coming in the kitchen and be like, "Oh, like you should do it this way. What are you making?" Or
Les, you should season it, man.
Allow me.
Don't try that. Don't go there. We know what we did. You know what's funny? When like my mum and my family were here on the Monday, and then my mum was like, "Oh, do you even know how to like make rice?" I was like, it's time for you to leave now.
Please leave.
I said it's time for you to leave now. But yeah, no, been cool. Ain't burnt the rice yet, so everything's good.
Wicked.
But yeah, a little bit free, but yeah, just I think that's how I've always moved. So nothing too different. But I'm just looking forward to when things open up and the weather gets better. I think I'll enjoy the freedom better in that sense. It's getting out, making new friends.
By the way. See this thing here?
Come on, man.
Ginger, what's that? Ginger and lemon.
No, this one.
Well,
This
you've got
one is
there,
mint and lemon still.
Okay.
Okay,
Mint
yeah.
and lemon. Very nice.
Spruce
Yeah,
up the
it's
thing,
good.
man.
Yeah, it's cold as well. What about you, Dan?
It's been some DIY, but I guess on what you were saying, Les, like there is the I'm torn, man, about the living away from home and the family thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When I guess probably 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
That's
I was never really on it, man.
Oh, swear.
Leaving home, like there was
Like
zero,
ever.
like there was something in me. Like, I don't know. There's something in me that was just like, why? Why would I leave? Everything here is calm.
Yeah.
People here, they work for me. I work for them. It was just finely tuned, yeah. But yeah, there did come a time where like after moving out, I was like, yeah, it's good. But I think my ideal situation, yeah, and it sounds weird, and I'll probably get slewed, and it's probably leads back to that debate about who sits in the front of the car, your mum or your girlfriend, whatever. But my ideal situation is to have a big yard.
Everyone lives in it.
Parents have a yard like 500 meters down the way.
Yeah.
Because I actually rate them. Like, I'm not even that guy that I need to move out and have my freedom, and obviously like in a long-term relationship, so I don't see the benefits of moving out and having all these crazy parties and all these lovely women. So yeah, I feel like I was bare torn about moving out, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, something in me was just like, oh, this is mad, man.
No, like don't get twisted. Yeah. For me, it was the same because I've been saying it for ages, but you kind of always put it off because you're so used to being at home that you don't know anything else. Like I said, Mandem have been away, so you stay away for like a week or whatever, or you stay around your girl's house or whatever. That's kind of normal. But then you always know this. I'll have the security that you're going back home, and I guess we still have that. If anything happened, I can always go back home. But the whole point is to not go back home.
Yeah, when you're away, you're trashing up the place. And
because it's not yours, so you're going back home. But whereas this now moving out, this is your place now. This is where you live. But yeah, moving out, it was never easy to do. I just thought if I don't do it now, I'm probably not gonna do it unless I get with someone and we do it together. I thought just go out, do it, and if I don't like it or it doesn't work or something happens, I can always go back. Like
Safety.
Home will always be there, but I have to look at it as if I'm not going to return there unless like I'm in some dire situation.
It's an experience as well, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's something different, and I think you probably learn a bit about yourself. Don't learn about how prepared you are. I think with me moving out and living with some straight away, I probably don't know a lot, but I think like when you move out by yourself, your standards.
It's a different experience, isn't it?
Like to give that up and have someone else come in and then say, "No, actually, Les, we're gonna put the kitchen roll here," and they're staring. You're just like, nah, man. I feel like you man, the Leses, the Mikes in the world, you're gonna have mad standards, and it will probably be not difficult, but a challenge to kind of compromise with.
Fam, your Matty will be different, fam.
Yeah, I could imagine Mike living in separate houses with his girl. Like,
yeah,
she's 500 meters down the road.
Yeah, your setup with your parents is
Black Jay always says it. He's like he doesn't imagine he could never go back home.
Oh yeah,
could you that?
I think I could, you know.
Yeah, he's like, to go back with like a missus and a child as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's very different.
Yeah,
different. I guess that is different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember talking about this a while ago with Mandem, and we were like, "What's the benefits of like moving out?" And we all there was only one. Like,
I remember we spoke about it here.
Man, we're like, you can just beat like in every room.
Shout, be loud, like.
Yeah, like I think the difference, or maybe it's just how I am.
How's that been for you then, Liz?
What's that? We're on lockdown, innit? So
in a pandemic, asking that.
We're isolating. Ask me on March 29th. Maybe it might change. I don't know.
Outdoor sport. Come on, fam.
Yeah. Yeah, like moving that, like don't get twisted. It's not like I'm running around doing like mad things. Like like I was saying before, like the setup I have here is the same setup in my room that I had at home. And I moved very independently there anyway. So not much has changed. It's just that I don't have like siblings or my mum around all the time. So a little bit, the way you think, I guess you don't have the thought of family being around. You kind of think independently and you do everything based on what you do. So everything's on your time. And I think moving away, they also respect that. So when, like, before I moved, my nan would always say, you're never going to come see me, or you're not, like, you don't call me now, you're never going to call me now because you're moving. I said, I'm not moving country or going anywhere. I'm like moving to like a different local postcode, but different. So I can still come see you. You can still call me. I can still call you. Nothing's going to change. But I think they respect that you're stepping out on your own. So we can't really bother you like that anymore. I think that's
tap you up like we used to. Yeah.
Right, exactly. We can't really send you shop for salt when you're just trying to chill, because it's not going to work anymore. But I think that's the biggest difference and biggest takeaways. It's never, or I don't feel like it'll ever be anything like tangible. That might be like, Mandem come round like every day of the week. Let's have like it's not like that. For me anyway, it's not like that.
That's good. Well, my week consisted of DIY. Painted.
You doing it then?
Painted the bedroom.
Oh yeah, I see you doing that. Like,
Yes.
A lot still. How come?
This is part. It weren't my idea. It weren't my decision. So this is what I mean. So you, man, just keep doing what you're doing.
I might need you out here, Dan. These green rules.
I'll do it over Zoom, fam. I can't, man. My body's just but a little bit DIY, man. Which is decent. I feel like I'm quite good at the DIY.
You get DIY in still.
Yeah, I feel like maybe if I had like another 5 years, a spare 5 years, I probably would go back and become this handyman builder guy. But I think that ship has sailed. But it also is me being, I guess, a throwback to ancient males being able to do things around the house.
Yeah.
I remember once in the group, I think FJ had a flat tire, and in the group he asked like, or there was something along the lines of like, what do you man do when you have a flat tire? And Bear Man was like, I'll go to the garage. I was like,
He was like, 20 man in this group. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
That is a little bit embarrassing when you think about it. But one man can change a tire.
I think a lot. I think Mandem should be able to change tires, jack up the car, and all that.
Bro, once I was in Tottenham, and my tire X I called my mechanic still. He was local as well. I beg you, just come put on this spare, man.
No, see,
In my head, like I've never done it, but in my head it doesn't seem difficult. If you've got a jack, you've got the spare, you find the jack spot, jack the car up.
You got your wrench.
Undo your wrench.
No, I never had a jack in it. Never had a jack.
Never had a clue, bro.
yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to represent for the Mandem and just let everyone know that we can still do these things.
Yeah.
These things are important still. They're actually very
important. I want my girl to know that if she gets a flat tire or Chinese change, a light bulb here or there, and come on, man. If not, I'm not worth much, to be fair about that.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, man's a 30 painter though. 30 painter.
Yeah. To be fair, and this, to be fair, we've done a couple projects, a couple renovations.
It's true. Yeah, for real.
Rich, call us.
Yeah, that green wall, fam.
This green screen studio's got to go, bro.
Man's got mint tea and mint walls,
Yeah.
Mad thing. Where's your arrow?
For the full house. Yeah.
Mad thing. What were we saying this week though, man? We was saying that it's been like a year since sort of COVID hit or lockdown
restrictions.
Over a year technically since I guess COVID landed in the UK,
which is bonkers.
Yeah, last week it was the anniversary of
the first patient or something.
It being declared a pandemic by WHO.
And then the 23rd, which is what, Monday, Tuesday, will be the anniversary of
Tuesday,
UK.
Yes,
that was our first lockdown when Boris. I remember it vividly. I think I recorded it on my phone. Boris speaking and then just hitting up the Mandem like, blood, like this is different. This is different, man. So a whole year has passed. We've come in and out of lockdown 3 or 4. They were calling the last one. I think it's just there.
3, I think it was. Yeah,
3.
Do you think there's going to be another lockdown?
I'm leaning towards, how I've had this outlook. My outlook on most of this stuff has been to
you've kind of been right.
Hope for the best.
Well, Rich.
I've had a decent little run. I might be wrong now. Hopefully I'm wrong though. I want to be wrong.
Yeah.
But I do think we will go into some sort of lockdown around, I hate to say it, like June, July. Because they've said basically my girl works at NHS. And she had a briefing a little while ago saying that they're expecting a wave then among the younger people who haven't been vaccinated.
Yeah.
Not that we'll be like, I guess we'll technically fall into that category. Not that we'll be severely ill with it, but it will be up in terms of its spread and just people being admitted to hospital and whatnot. Hopefully it won't be as bad as the rest, but there will be a spike in cases at least.
Yeah, and I guess with cases, sad, unfortunately, come deaths.
Increases, so
I was reading something about Europe, a couple of places in Europe, they seem to be losing control a bit again. So there's lockdowns going on there and whatnot. But I think that social distancing is something that should remain. I think the vaccinations will help with the elderly. But that just needs to continue being rolled out. But it's mad that it's been a year of being allowed to go out for a bit, being allowed to stay out till 10 o'clock, being allowed to go out for exercise. It's changed us, I think, forever.
It's not.
I just want to know like the impact on like psychologically, I just don't know. And I just think about little kids, but I guess having their first memories and whatnot. So what's that, 3, 4-ish, and then just knowing and just seeing everyone with masks on, it's like a mad time.
It's mad.
Growing up, I think.
Yeah, for them, like it's normal to go out with a mask or having to sanitize your hands. Like whenever, it's actually mad still.
Yeah. My nephew saying sanitizer.
Yeah.
Quite early on as well.
Yeah, same with my niece.
He's got this proper understanding of like germs and coronavirus. Like if he's playing doctor, someone's got coronavirus, which is so mad. Like it's bro. Like I think it's Dan. You said it's definitely changed us. I totally agree. Do you think it's for the better or for the worse?
Better.
I'd say the immediate impact is probably the tough part and like the worst part of it. Not seeing friends, family, people not being allowed to attend this or that, and not see older family who don't have a lot of time left. Stuff like that is like tough. I even think of it like uni students, like you're just not experiencing the uni experience, or kids being kids, 16, 17-year-old teenagers being out and about, sitting in the park doing this and that, whatever. I think it's tough for them. But long term, I think there's like good things that have come from it.
I think so.
I think, focus on hygiene is good. I also think, in terms of like the working world, I was watching a video this week which spoke about it being kind of a balanced approach. Things like housing, people building offices for their staff, which won't be like in central London. They'll be in kind of like the edge and borders of cities, so people don't have to pay as much to commute, or you can walk to your office and whatnot. So I think things like that are definitely benefits. But I think short term, the impacts are tough, man. Tough.
Mike, I wanted to ask you, because I remember quite early into this, you weren't really on the work from home thing. Like you was on like looking forward to getting back into the office and all of that. How are you feeling about that now?
No, I've always maintained the same. I think a mix for me would be perfect, and I think moving forward, like Dan was saying, I think there's gonna be a mix. I also think working from home, how we are now, is different to how it would be usually. So if there wasn't no lockdown, you could go gym on lunch or straight from work or whatever. Now you're just working from home. You're in the same four walls, and then 5 o'clock comes or whatever, and then you're still there. Yeah, and then the same thing again the next day. But I think a mixture will be good. Work from home and then go in a couple of days, bust some joke in the office and whatnot. I think it's just I think that will be the best scenario for me still.
I'm sort of the opposite in that, or similar, but to start off with, loved working from home. I can do all sorts of stuff. Like, can put a wash on, I can have lunch and kind of work or not work, watch TV while I'm on lunch. I was enjoying the freedom. But then now I'm a little bit like Mike was saying. It's you're working indoors. Then when that finishes, you can't really go anywhere, so you're still indoors. Like, you spend your whole day or whole week. It can be inside, which it's starting to, if not already, great. And I'm not really enjoying it. So I'd like the opportunity to go and work somewhere else if possible.
It's almost like it's been, it's gonna feel like it's been like 2 years, because now it's gonna be like we have like the bank holiday, we would have had it twice. People's birthdays have been twice in lockdown.
Two lockdown birthdays and whatnot.
It's mad.
What was the I was reading an article last week, the moment where you knew that life has changed, like forever? Or things would be different.
Do you know what?
My
For
one
me,
was
sorry,
when, go on, Rich. No. I was just gonna let you lot speak or whatnot. You go.
This is like, sounds really random. But I don't know. I don't really remember exactly when it was. I feel like it was still quite early into the pandemic. It's actually Stephen asking. You remember when I sent a picture of myself with a mask on the underground?
Yes.
On the new train. I meant to post it to you, man. Again, like as a thing. I think that's passed. But at that time, I felt really weird wearing a mask. And then within about 2 weeks after that, I was on my way home. I think I was still traveling in. I was on my way home, and I saw like a mask like just caught in the bushes. And for whatever reason, that stuck with me like blood. Like this is here to stay. I don't know why that did, but I was just like, oh man, it was like a crisp packet, and like crisp packets are always about, regardless of what everyone thinks about. I was like, we're here, man. We're gonna be here for a while. But I think that was a moment for me.
Yeah, probably like
what about you lot?
Going to the shop for the first time or something like that. or the supermarket, having to queue up for like 20
Queue
minutes.
Yeah.
Then there's the 2
That's
meters.
mad.
You have to have your mask. Stuff like that, yeah, was definitely new, innit? Going to back to the office as well. Rules there. Yeah, I think there's a few things that's made me think like, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'd probably say the shop thing, the queuing up. I was like, yeah, this is a little bit. It made sense, really, but I was like, yeah, this is a bit mad. Because we're not, it's something we're not used to. But I think when we went into the third lockdown in November, that's when I was like, oh, okay, this isn't going anywhere. Yeah,
that was when it was just like, we're probably going to be in this for a little while longer as well.
Yeah, that made me think, this isn't going anywhere. We don't really know how to deal with it and make it go away or reduce it. So we're just going to be playing a weird guessing game.
Bro, and time's just going, like, man, I'm getting older, like, end of March, time ain't waiting. Like, it's sick.
For like a lot of us, most of us, like our 30s were like nothing. Like, bro, 30s, like nothing happened in it.
Bro, I was saying to man,
to 30 to 31, I mean.
I was saying to man, when we first touched down in Vegas, I was 28.
That sounds so bad.
Yeah. That sounds Rich, so if take it in, if man don't go anywhere this summer, next summer it'll be 3 years since the summer holiday.
Yeah, that's mad. Send it on you though, innit? Because you could have went other places.
Nah, that's a proper thing.
No, I hear you. Yeah, it's actually mad when you say it like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Time just go in. But yeah, I mean, it's cool, man.
I think that's when I'll view it as over, you know.
Like, when you're away.
Like when I'm boarding a plane, like with confidence.
I think that's what it is. I think you'll be able to board. I think you can do it now, really. It's just doing it with confidence. That I can get on a plane, if I have to test, whatever, that's fine. But then knowing I can go somewhere and come back with like no issues or very little issues.
No stops, no checks.
And it being cool where you are as well.
Yeah, right, exactly. I think that's the thing that
not having to go to a beach club with a mask and that's
because that fucks up the whole swag. That's it.
You need to color coordinate your mask.
100%.
Air Forces on.
100%. You know my thing. Swagger done early. Yeah.
What was yours, Dan? You started.
Mine, was it's probably a mixture of the tube on the night that we were sent home from work.
Okay, so early.
Mad, like just empty.
Why'd you say the tube?
It was empty. It's like a film, like it was mad. And then the thing for me, which was the real thing where I was like, this is booky. It's the briefings from Boris and his mates or Witty and them, man. Like it's like something from a film.
It's from a film. It's 100%
people clapping. 6 o'clock or whatever.
That thing on the Thursday night, madness.
For the carers.
But yeah, the briefings were just so like it's dystopian. So it's like something from a film, where the world is ending and everyone's like, oh, 7 o'clock tonight, and you stop what you're doing.
Everyone sits around the TV.
Everyone sits around the TV and watches this guy say that he's gonna save the day when he doesn't have a clue.
He doesn't have the answer.
That for me will like live with me forever. Even yesterday, I think there was a briefing, I think, with maybe Hancock, and I was just like, this is like wartime almost.
But
without, I guess, bombs dropping and people being shot and exploited. But yeah, that part of it is just something that is nuts, and hopefully it's something that we don't have to see.
I can't remember the last time I went on a train or tube.
Like commune. Yeah, I've been in a couple.
Yeah, I've been on it. I went into the office like middle of last year or towards the end of last year.
The last time, did we even catch a train?
No, I've been out after that as well.
Ravi's birthday, I think. Last year, I think it may be like 2 or 3 weeks before lockdown.
Yeah. Wow.
Which
is a while ago,
which is crazy still.
I guess listeners, let us know when you knew that life had changed forever. Or for a while, because one day this will all be behind us.
Yeah.
We said this for like a year now.
Yeah. We're still holding on to that.
Yeah. What's been some of your favorite parts though of lockdown, or positives and negatives?
I can say mine like straight out. I enjoyed. There's a few things for me. Well, to umbrella it and encapsulate it in one is the outdoors in the summer. It's been a great thing. Like, I didn't think I was like, when they said it, like you can go for walks or exercise. I didn't really feel like, I run in it, so I've enjoyed that. But I never thought like I'm gonna really like enjoy going out for a walk.
Yeah.
But I did bear. And then around your birthday, Mike, the other time, sun shining, were semi-socially distanced, beers, sport.
Yeah, that was a vibe.
Sunshine.
Cycling
I'm easy.
to
I'm a
Victoria
basic
Park.
Q. That like those moments for me. I think like they'll stand out regardless if there was corona or nothing. They're just good memories. They're life memories. So for me, I'd say the outdoors and life slowing down a little bit and just appreciating the simple things has been good for me. Like there was, when I was going on walks at first, there was like I call it like a family of like swans, isn't it? There was like 2 swans. They had like 8 ducklings, and I've seen them like grow into like fully swans. Like, and I never would have seen that. I never would have had the time for none of that shit in the local area. I'm like, that like simple things like that, just watching life a little bit for me have been cold.
I hear you.
Yeah, I probably agree with Rich. Yeah, that summer last year, it kind of took me back anyway to when Mandem were like in teenage years, and we'd like do stuff like chilling in the park and bike rides, and it kind of took all the adult, not responsibilities, but the adult feeling of, like let's go brunch here, or let's go for drinks here, or it was just Mandem Park.
Let's go do something, innit? Like,
we
that's
need
what
to do. Bring a ball. We played American football. It was just.
Yeah, that was actually old like, school still.
Clean-hearted, like fun. Like.
Man on their bikes and that.
Yeah, man are playing in the middle, man are riding their bikes around, like up, coming back. It's just like in our late 20s at the time / 30s, early 30s, man. You don't really think you'd be going back to doing that, but there we were, and it was a good time.
Yeah, and then also when some outdoor venues started opening, so like the drink up events. Very cold, very, very cold. I can only imagine what that will be like without any sort of rules. That'd be sick. So there was that. Yeah, like you said, the long bike ride we did, Victoria Park, Buckingham Palace.
That was cold as well.
That was a sick day.
Yeah.
It was sick, man.
Yeah, I like all that, man. And even yesterday, Sharif and I went for a walk, and that's something that I'd never like. Probably 2 weeks ago, I see Les and Dre going for a walk. Like it's things that you never ever do. But it's something which is like nice. Like it's something that's nice to do. We just went for a walk like around the local area, which was sick, man. And obviously, we catch up on Zoom or you're on WhatsApp, but like being face to face with someone
is different. It's different.
Makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Like going for walks in the local area, that's something that I will do now for life.
Yeah.
Which is good. There's zero harm that comes from that. I'd say that's one of the positives. Yeah, man. People taking an interest in their health, and one of the big things, I think I said it early on when this all happened, like it's just like learning to cope with less, or learning you don't need as much as before, which is good to know. Les always says it like, it's like what we were keeping up with before was nonsense, foolishness. And to some extent, I definitely agree. Yeah. So that's one thing. Another thing I take from it, man. Yeah, just like learning to get by, or not even get by, learning to live with less excess, whether that be material or just nonsense.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's probably the positives I'd take from it, man.
Yeah. I think the worst part's probably obviously not being able to see people, family, friends, and all of that. and just like the spontaneous, maybe you know them old spontaneous Friday, Saturday nights. Like fuck it, who's on just linking up and we go here. Bang, do it. Stuff like that. But I've always maintained as well that I can see the light kind of thing at the end of the tunnel, and these are the things that we got to look forward to, innit?
Hopefully we get back to that sooner rather than later.
Trust me. Just before coronavirus swept the world, the last like major event I remember witnessing was Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Happened in late Feb, I believe. ages ago. And Fury ran through him, and then there were talks of like a third fight. What's next? And so much just happened between then. And we finally now have confirmed that they've signed, well, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have signed, I believe, a 2-fight deal. No confirmation as to where or when just yet. But I think we know it happens this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
We know it happens this year. Go on, Mike.
From the initial reports, they were saying sometime around June, which is a bit mad.
Why is that mad?
Because of I suppose the government guidelines or the rules at the time, unless they go, well, we don't know where the fight's going to be.
There are loads of places they can go, man. The UFC's been running, so there are places they can go for sure. But I think they definitely want a crowd for it. And then there's the second question is it going to be in the UK?
Yeah. They would want like a British crowd as well, though. That's what I'm trying to...
Yeah. But I think we're allowed out from June, no? That's like the last hurdle, or like...
end of June, so like June the 27th.
To be confirmed.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it's 20-something, yeah.
And they're trying to, I think, in the Premier League, do test cases almost, and they want to have, I think, at least, or a maximum of 10,000 fans at every club's in the Prem's home game for the end of the season, so everyone gets to see their team just at least once. And I think also the FA Cup, I believe, is it the FA Cup or is it the EFL? I believe it is the FA Cup actually. I believe it's going to be held at Wembley as a test case for England to be able to host, or the UK to be able to host the Euro 2021 tournament. So yeah, on the horizon, it seems as if there are things in place, and I guess it might not be a crowd of 80,000 in front of Wembley, Carl Froch, or 100,000, whatever, for like Anthony Joshua. It might not be that big a crowd. But I think it would be sick.
Still something.
If you could have some sort of atmosphere. I know they've been doing it in America. But it's probably not best to compare ourselves with America. But, when done properly, it can be executed relatively safely, man. It'd be sick if they could have a crowd for that at least, man.
I saw yesterday that they're saying they want to wrap up a venue in the next sort of 4 weeks.
Okay.
So we should know where it's gonna be at.
Yeah.
And man, I've been saying a lot of things as well about, you know.
I would like to be, if it's abroad anyway. Well, I mean, even if it's here, I'd like to. Yeah. But I'll be so on it. Yeah, that would be big.
The big question though, who's
going to win?
I think it's hard for me not to say Tyson Fury after his most recent display, man. The guy looks unstoppable. I find it really hard, me thinking to be figuring out how AJ deals with that. That being said, I don't think it's like it's conclusive that Fury does it. Like I don't think there is a chance. There's always a chance.
Of course.
Of
course. I feel maybe lockdown might have affected it as well, you know.
Positively or negatively?
Negatively for Fury. In terms of, I just see him like in lockdown, fucking off it all, having up bare beers.
He did say last week that
he was having however many, Whereas I think AJ would have still been on it, keeping busy. So he might be a bit sluggish potentially. But yeah, I guess we'll see. But it's due to be sick.
Fireworks.
Yeah, it's going to be big. It's going to be an event. I feel like it will. I mean, they were saying from time that this will be the biggest event in boxing possibly ever. I still feel like I think it may be, but I feel like it could be a little anticlimactic.
You think so?
Word. Climactic. Yeah, man. I mean, I was bare hyped for the second Wilder Fury fight, and that was sick. It wasn't an anticlimax at all, but it was just like raw. Like I didn't see it going like that at all. So it'll be interesting. It's interesting that they signed a 2-fight deal as well, because I think a lot's going to be based on the first fight. Like a lot of people after the Wilder Fury 2, no one really wanted to see 3. There wasn't really hope in it. It was like, what's he gonna do?
Yeah. No clamour for that at all.
But
so, I do feel like I'm not that excited about this fight as I think I would have been if it were, say, a year ago. Though I don't feel like
I'm hyped still.
As hyped for it. I don't feel like I'm that hyped.
I'm hyped.
It might change when it gets closer to the time, when we know a date.
If they both win one each, they gotta be a third, no?
Has to be a third.
Oh, of course, yeah, that would be a super fight trilogy. Yeah.
I know Fury doesn't want to fight for like much longer. He's got his exit plan. Basically.
Yeah, he's got to be wrapping this up.
He says he wants Derek Chisora to be his last.
To be his final fight. Yeah.
What?
That's very funny.
Yeah, he wants to fight Doughboy as his final fight. I'll never forget. I actually went to Wembley and saw them fight.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah. It's mad. I feel like that might be like 20. It was the day Amy Winehouse died.
Wow, 2011, I believe. 2011
was 23rd of July, 2011. Jesus Christ.
Bro. That's flown.
Because I remember it, Mike. I remember being with you. It was at Carphone Warehouse.
Yeah.
And then what? Like 2 weeks later, it was Tottenham Riots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I remember that like massively. Saturday, I played, I think, a pre-season game, came home, was about to leave to go to Wembley to watch this, and they're like in Winehouse. I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, that's a sidetrack. I think in my head, I'd say Fury, like it makes like he's such a good boxer. AJ is an improved boxer, but I do think that I'll chuck some money on Big Femi. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's on
cover the bases.
Yeah. My gambling brain says roll the dice with that because anyone can get knocked out, but it ain't gonna be easy.
That'd be one of the biggest fights of ours. I think there's a guy who I work with, and he's like I say a casual boxing fan. Every now and again, he'll chip in and be like, "Damn, what's going on with this and that?" And I'd say I'm not a fanatic, but I know a fair bit. But I just said to him like the world is gonna stop for this. Like
100%.
Everyone is in.
People are locked.
It's going to be just a massive event, and I think Rich, that's probably when you'll start to feel it a bit more.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes.
I think the build up, the whole media circus needs to start, and then I'll be like, okay.
Yeah, I'm like you, Rich. Yeah, when it got announced, I was like, okay, cool, but I've not really looked it up, done any research, read into anything. I'm just a little bit one, we don't even know when it is, and we don't know where it is. So I'm just a bit like, all right, when they sort that out, and like Rich said, the media circus starts kicking off, then I'll be like, okay, now I'm tuned in.
That's going to be like a big day, man. It's not going to be one of them ones you get to your brethren's house 10 minutes before.
No. Set up early, man.
That's proper.
Do you know what I picture?
If it's in the UK, man is on the barbecue and that.
Yeah.
Couple of sausages.
I picture one of them days being a day where there was one day, not last summer, I think the year before that, 2018, where Mandem spent like the whole day with each other. I think we.
Where was we?
It was the Champions League final.
So we went to I think someone was filming on like a track where the Mandem did the race.
Oh yeah, we went.
I think we recorded. Then we went.
What on Astro?
Yes. On Astro, yeah.
Oh,
I was recording with Technique Matters.
That's it. Yes, yeah. I think Mandem spent the whole day, and I think there was an event. Something happened at the end of that day. I think.
Yes. We went to Thing after, then we went and got some food at Miracles, I think, after.
Yes, we did. We did.
I can't remember what happened even.
I feel like it's going to be
one of those days, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was a good day, man.
It's good. It feels like it's going to be good weather on that day as well.
Make sure you've dusted and cleaned and hoovered and hung out the washing
all your chores
on a Friday.
That's why it's low key got to be in the UK, bro.
I hear what you're saying. Mike. I hear what you're saying.
I feel that, but it doesn't. Check it. It doesn't.
At least one of them.
One of them, I believe, will be. I feel like
It has
they
to,
owe
bro.
it to like the UK fans.
Like, how could imagine if it was 2 American fighters?
I think
in Aston Villa.
In Saudi Arabia.
Does it matter if it's the first or the second over here?
No.
Does it depend on the result?
It depends on the result and the manner.
As long as one of them is.
It should be noted, Tyson Fury said that he's not fighting in the UK again. Like he said, America's his home, innit? That's what he says.
Saying MGM.
But he did say that he was more likely to fight Wilder, and then this was announced. So I don't know if it's a bit of fluff.
Yeah.
But going by his recent fights, the US is his home. So
I think, I definitely agree that it has one of the fights has to be here. I think the first one. The first one has to be.
Bro.
It should be the first. If any, it should be the first.
They're saying up to £100 million pound fight for each fighter, possibly. Could be.
It has to be here. It has to be built up. Home country. For one of the fighters. It's got. I think it's got to be here, man.
I would love to be at that fight, man. Like even when we was in Vegas and we saw the Fury punch up, who was it? Tom
Schwartz.
Like that's a small fight, innit? But the atmosphere was mad.
Mad.
Bro, we got to be there still. Wherever it is,
so mad.
We have to be there.
But you know, you have to snap it up. I'm talking 10 minutes after.
Oh yeah. You have to snap it up instantly.
Record.
Because we had to do work for that.
Oh, for the Vegas ones.
Big work, and we were in the city. Yeah.
Couple man were doing like going up and down while a couple man were sleeping, and I'm home, man. I was one of the man that was sleeping.
I was based. I can't lie.
Couple man were chilling in a hotel, getting the update saying, we're flying MGM, we're flying here. Man said, you ain't got the tickets. It's gonna cost this much.
But that was cold. We got some cold pictures as well.
Cold.
Yeah. We done bits.
Eternal appreciation, man. But that's gonna be a massive event. Let alone the fight.
Sick.
Yeah, man. That's gonna be a good one, man. I'm looking forward to that one.
Should be some decent undercards as well.
Oh,
I hope so.
Yeah.
There should be some big people in the undercard. Really. Hopefully that will be the event. I said that Fury Wilder was like Fury Wilder 2 was like the last event before we went into this. Hopefully this one that's the one that brings us out of it.
I can't wait to see Eddie Hearn's interview after. No matter what happens, I just can't wait to see it.
Eddie's always going to give some entertainment, man. But he's probably got his hands full at the minute, and he's a money man, innit? So I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up in Saudi, because with that you retire your
bank,
your great grandkids before they even
can't do that, man.
I'm getting a bit, I guess maybe with watching UFC, I'm getting a bit annoyed of the fights over there.
Why?
I feel like a lot of people have
the sentiment, but I don't. Why?
I just don't. It's like, I guess, how people kind of view, like, I guess Dubai or like the Emirates. There's no like real mad history behind those places. So then when you fight over there, like, it's like you're never going to beat the MGM or you're never going to beat fighting in Wembley. Mm-hmm. Those are household names, or Madison Square Gardens. You're never going to get those names when you fight in. You can build them up, but that's going to take years. And I don't care about that. I just don't think they hold the weight of, this is the arena, these are the fighters. I just feel like
the AJ undercard, Liz is right. Who fought on that? Dillian White, I think.
Yes, yeah.
The atmosphere, it just weren't.
The atmosphere was moody,
especially ahead of AJ versus Ruiz after he just lost.
So super fight,
massive.
I just don't. If you're trying to hype up a fight, those aren't. I think the fighters will do it on their own, regardless, obviously, because that's why we're here. But for the whole
in terms of that, it's got to be UK or US, man.
Yeah, I agree.
I hear you.
I don't think.
At that point, it's clear what the objective is. At that point.
Yeah,
bro, if it's in MGM or Madison Square Garden, the bricks that go over,
we're tearing the place up.
Tearing it up.
I don't want to be involved or on a flight with those.
Oh yeah.
Hey, carnage.
Yeah.
Carnage.
Yeah, I'm not too. I think fighting in those places, they look pretty, don't they? And they're all about the money, the flash, the nice things. But
gold-plated stool for you to sit down on between rounds.
I'm not. As a fighting venue, I don't really back them. as much.
Money talks,
I hear it. Especially in a pandemic.
Yeah.
Listeners, let us know your thoughts.
Who
I feel like our listenership is probably rooting for AJ.
I would say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, we said who we think's gonna win, not who we want to win. Not. It might change for some people, innit?
I actually like them both.
Yeah.
I want to double KO. Like they both back each other. They both fall down.
I feel like this is like
if AJ beats. Sorry,
for us, it's great for the neutral, innit? I feel like we're like the neutral here, innit? You know when football games happen like that, and it's good for the neutral. Like I'm not too concerned with the outcome. I'm just here for the event.
Sport.
Yeah.
If AJ beats Fury both fights,
that'd be mad.
is our thoughts and opinions on him, will they change?
Yes.
Because Dan mentioned that AJ's an improving fighter, and Fury's, I guess, almost a complete seasoned.
He seems to finish article.
Yeah, are we talking about AJ in a different light?
Yeah, you'd have to. And
massively so, man.
You'll be a hater not to, man, or like a harsh critic.
You have to be Lennox Lewis. Him and AJ got this running battle. But yeah, I think so. That elevates him to a whole new status profile. And I guess it improves his legacy because looking at it, I think in terms of boxing fans, they believe that Fury is the better, more complete all-round boxer. So if he is to overcome him twice,
it's gonna.
You start to hear some crazy hot takes. I think.
Wild.
Yeah, greatest of all time.
Like all of it. But yeah, I guess we
watch
shall
this
see,
space.
Man. We shall see.
Yeah, for sure. What else we got on the list, boys?
We got another good news actually last week. Was Nas finally getting the Grammy?
Yes. For a great album as well.
Agreed. And Rich, you weren't so sold on it initially, was you? Or am I making it up?
No, I think when we go back through our WhatsApp chats, I think like first 3 or 4 tracks, I was like, and then I don't know what.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying you got to Ultra Black or something like that, and then
I think from there I was like, man, it turned up. Yeah. I'm a big fan of that album. Big fan of Nas really as well. I'm happy for him, man.
Yeah.
I feel like in the rap space, Jay is looked at as the greatest ever. For music, for culture, for like
looked at. Yeah.
No, he is. Richie misspoke.
Let my boy finish. Yeah.
And I think Jay-Z's kind of only smear is Nas. Really, that's the only thing that anyone can ever say to him. That, funnily enough, like rap connoisseurs kind of agree that like he lost that one. He kind of got had up. And it's good to see someone who's been in the game so long, so talented, finally get some mainstream recognition. Not that that's necessarily that.
Yeah.
But it is still good to see.
Caveat with that. Rich.
It's still good to see, man. It's still good to see.
Yeah, because he's been nominated like 12 or 14 times or something like that. Yeah. And people say, it's a bit of a joke that it hasn't won.
Do you know the first time he was nominated? And what for?
What album?
What was it? An album or?
No, it wasn't an album.
A song.
Oh,
Hate Me Now.
I was gonna say that.
No.
If I Ruled the World.
Yes. So 1996. In the best rap solo performance category.
Yeah. And who won it that year?
Who won it?
It doesn't say here on what I have, but I'd imagine
check that out.
That he was probably hard done by. That was an absolute
that was Lauryn Hill
big
moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I thought you were going to say, Dan? I thought the album was going to be wasn't even going to be his solo album. I thought it was going to be Distant Relatives. Maybe he could have won like a reggae Grammy or something.
Fuck it, no! Imagine that.
That would have been
the winner.
Yep.
was Coolio, Gangster's Paradise.
Fuck you know.
Wow.
I get it.
You know
though.
what? I get it.
I get it.
I used to rhyme to that with a deodorant, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
My dad had that on cassette tape still.
Wait, Dad, I remember
Minute
that.
after minute. Hey.
So yeah, maybe Nas wasn't hard done by that year. But no, it's just cool to see that. I guess you just keep trying, be consistent, stick to like your truth and whatnot, and you get there eventually, man. I feel like he's aging like gracefully, like
He's in his
how
bag
I want
right now.
my rappers, idols, icons. He's doing it properly, man. The way he's doing it.
Yeah, I feel like he's in his bag right now as well. Like the album, the last few features over the last maybe 2 years, he's hit like every time. So he's got with like the tune with Swizz Beats on that album, Dave East, the new tune off of the soundtrack
for Judas and Black South.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen that, man.
Yeah, I've seen some stuff, and he's just like, he's got stuff there.
Yeah, he's a good example, of how to age with grace, man. There is that kind of elder statesman vibe about him, but it's still not preachy. But then at the same time, he's cool, but without doing corny things.
Yeah.
Nas has low-key always had that though, as well. He's always had that. Like it's not. He's great. Yeah, he's aged gracefully, but it's like it's not even that far from the original Nas, if that makes sense. Like it feels like he's just being true to himself.
Yeah. For me, it's just a shame that obviously it wasn't a proper ceremony. So it would have been good to see him go up collecting an award. I feel like there's something coming though, because I've been watching his like socials, not really posted anything or too much.
Okay.
So I feel like there might be something coming, but yeah, we'll see.
What like he's gonna
some
post
sort of big
like
post? Maybe.
Right.
I could be wrong, but
yeah. King's Disease was a good album, man. I liked it. Was spinning it for days on end when it first dropped. There was some chat. I don't want to say controversy, but there was some back and forth saying that Freddie Gibbs was gonna win it with Alfredo.
Good album,
very good album. I spun Alfredo the other day. Might have been yesterday actually. And I thought, although it's a good album, I think King's Disease deserved to win it. I think Alfredo again, very, very, very good album. And I think
The Alchemist.
I think Freddie Gibbs is another one that's kind of. Freddie Gibbs has been around for ages. If you know, then you know. And he kind of came out, didn't really happen for him. Went a bit quiet. Things happened. Now he's another one that's kind of coming up, and people are now starting to listen to him and paying attention. So yeah, Alfredo was a really good album. He's dropped some cold stuff in between and before that. But I do think King's Disease deserve to win. And it's because it's a cold album.
Yeah.
It's good to see, man. And I guess in terms of giving people their flowers whilst they're still here, Skepta announced that he is retiring.
So he said he's got one more feature that he's done that's gonna come out, and then he's done for a bit.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit annoyed that it's a feature. I feel like I'd said it in the group that I was thinking that other day, are we ever going to get another Skepta album? Because it just felt like he just weren't, like he's only done features really since the album dropped.
Yeah.
And then a little bit before that. And it kind of felt like, is he ever going to really get back in the studio and do an album? And then
question, Les.
That came out. Yeah, go
Do
on.
we need one?
I'm here for it.
Is his work here done, you say, Rich?
Short answer.
I feel like,
He's not done.
I don't think he'll be done. I think the urge will bring him back for at least some features. But I feel like we look back on Skepta and think, undeniably a great. But I think he's almost got a bit of the Drake syndrome. And I don't think back to one Skepta album and feel like this is like nothing's touching this,
Mm-hmm.
even though
Okay.
he's undeniable.
Mhm.
I, if I'm being honest, I might even prefer Skepta on features.
So he's like
If I'm being honest.
the Harry Kane of music. So like
Possibly
smashes everything.
smashes it.
Undeniable talent,
Yeah.
but just without the
The silverware.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
Premier League.
I see what you're saying because I like both albums.
I like them, but
Yeah, I don't think
like,
any of them are like. Yeah.
I don't feel the same way I feel about, say, a Kano album.
Yeah.
I don't feel that. And it's still like, it's not saying the music's not good or whatever for whatever reason.
No,
it just
Skepta's my
doesn't
top 3, top 5.
resonate with me in that way. But when I hear Skep on features, I feel like he batters bare features. And I'm totally okay with, maybe I wouldn't mind the odd release, like when he done those little I can't remember what that thing was called. The tune I'm thinking of off that little EP, the tune I'm thinking of is Still. I can't remember the name of the EP now. Yeah, it's got like that chain.
Chain.
Got the padlock on it. Yeah. I can't remember the name of the EP, but like I wouldn't mind the odd drop like that, but I don't feel like I need Skepta here for albums. I'm here for him to batter features. I'm totally okay with it.
Where Andre 3000 star, Rich.
just show up and Merc. Like you can't ask for. I can't ask for more.
I guess for people that
go on.
Oh no, for people that haven't seen the cryptic message that he posted on his Instagram story, he said this J5 song / video featuring Rima and myself was recorded and shot last year in Ghana. I have one more song with Bando and Els that we also recorded in 2020. After we drop that, I'm out.
Yeah, I can't see it myself, and there's been many examples of rappers saying that and whatever. And and I think in this day and age, it's easy to go ghost, and then one day bang, just come out of an album. Like the way news
album drops.
The way news travels like these days through social media and whatever. You can do that, and it's happened.
Yeah, I feel like we haven't seen that in a while, actually. Just like a album drop. Like, I'm here, drop.
So like Beyonce
done,
4 or 5 years ago.
But what we have seen, I think, man could just say, yeah, cool, I got an album coming out in 2 weeks. Like back in the day, you would have to prepare for like 6 months. And
I also think
I see something like that happening.
Missing your artist a little bit as well.
There's
totally something to that. Like the people that don't drop that regular.
And as you said, Rich, with Drake, like he's always here. There's always something like there's no chance to miss him or
He's ever present.
Something, he doesn't leave.
And do you know what I think? I think people, as we talked about, people getting their flowers when when they can smell them or when they can't. Well, when that person goes, I think that's only really when you see how great that person was.
Yeah, of course.
I think it works for that, for whoever the artist is that takes some time out. So I'm here for it. I mean, like if that's what Skep's doing, like it's what he's doing, isn't it? But I would like to hear more of him. But give us a break and show up in a year, 18 months.
I'm here for that. Like, I'm here.
But I don't even think in the last couple of years he's been in our faces for us to say, go take a break. Like obviously Skep can go take a break, he can do what he wants. But I don't feel like he's been in our faces to be like, yo, like, all right, cool, take a break.
He's done a couple of features.
Collaborations, and then he had the
Gets tune
album with Chip and D Block Europe.
Yeah, which was
2020.
Before lockdown.
But his
I like
last solo track was in 2019.
Love
Me Not, which is a while, man. So I see what Les is saying. It's kind of like you've almost gradually.
And he's not heavy on the socials like that as well, isn't it?
No.
I think a great move for him though overall.
He's a big man, isn't he? He's a big man.
And I guess you can just enjoy the riches of your success and of your career. Without being tied to or feeling obliged to continue doing X or Y forever.
I'm here for it, man. And
it's a nice position to be in, man.
I'm definitely here for it. I just feel like I would have wanted another album. Maybe it's that I guess, chasing the same thing that Drake's doing is, oh, this next one's gonna be the one.
I promise you, this is the one.
Yeah. Whereas I think with Skep, that might be. Although I loved Konnichiwa, I do think I need something that's like more current now and something that's just solid. That's just gonna round it off and be like, yeah, I'm done. I'm out. I think the features, and maybe it's the people that he's featuring with. I'm not big listeners of them. I just feel like maybe that's. It doesn't feel like it's the end, but if that is the end, I'm gonna be slightly disappointed.
I hear you.
I obviously need to hear the tunes first.
I cannot see it in the end though.
Nah, I want a Black Album, innit?
Guess listeners, let us know, man. Let us know, listeners. Yeah, you sad to see Skepta go. Have you had enough? And do you think that he's probably just gonna pop up in a year's time once the doors are open and just take over Ali Pali again or something like that?
Cold.
Yeah, that's cold. That would be cold for him.
Yeah, that would be cold.
Ali Pali show, boom, sold out. Like, that's cold.
But when I guess when you think about his, career, I think Mike, you said he's been doing it 16 years, more plus.
At least what's 04?
Probably about I think 20.
Yeah,
it's got to be like 04.
I remember being like early in school and like getting his name confused with someone else, and I was like, oh, okay, but yeah, he's DJing and
But what I more mean is not at the level as he is now, because he's never been that, but he's always been at the forefront of the scene. So from like 05 or something like that, he's always been like at the top-ish of the game anyway, and always been consistent since then. And it's a deserved break, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. And that's what I was alluding to, is that he's done the Ali Pali thing, the Shoreditch Brixton thing under the underpass, the stuff he's done with Nike, the albums.
Culturally, going to New York, taking the sound over New York.
Festivals.
Bro, the show we done with Kanye. This one, everyone forgets about that one.
Yeah, I think
the list is long, man. The Brits.
Yes.
Coming out on stage, and the Brits.
He's done a lot for UK music, or the urban scene, or whatever, grime scene, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, the world deserves. If anyone's gonna need a break, it's great that it's him.
Yeah, man.
He feels that he needs. He's tapping. We call it a break. He says he's done, but I think it's just a break. And then I said,
we're just assuming, innit?
Yeah,
it's a break. Calm.
Then I said in the group, on the flip and opposite side of that is it's great to see that people like the Gets, the Chips, Kano a little bit, that them man all started out roughly around the same time, but their careers are gone. They feel like they're just getting started. Whereas Skep feels like he's done, for whatever reason. Everyone's entitled to feel that way. But these man Gets, someone just brought out his album. He feels like, now I'm just like, I'm starting like that journey that I should have been on for ages.
He produces as well, which everyone seems to forget.
Skepta, you mean? Yeah.
Take a back seat, man.
Yeah,
calm. Kano's one of those artists that does that. I've just thought about it. Like
he could go about him to his album drops. Get spoke about that on one of his recent interviews as well. He's just saying he wishes he could be like Kane. Like he could go quiet for 2 years, bang, drops that, and it's cold.
Yeah, I think you have to be, not to say Gets isn't or hasn't been, but I think you have to be consistently great to be able to do that. Like Jay's the only one that can go away for ages, come back, give us 444, and then piss off again. And then give us another verse on... he did that album with Jay Electronica, which was, and then the verse on the tune with Nipsey for the Black Messiah soundtrack. So not many man can do that. But to what Gets said, not everyone can.
Yeah.
I guess
bring-ins.
That takes us through to bring-ins.
Yeah, man. Sticking on topic, my bring-in is the new track from Skepta. Still, Dimensions, produced by J5 and featuring Rima as well. Big tune, big video.
Whose tune is it? Is it J5's tune?
J5, yeah.
Okay.
Featuring Skepta and Rima, yeah. Cold video. The beat is mad.
I need to play
So
that
mad.
out loud.
Yeah. Nah, I rate it, man. So yeah, that's my bringing this week.
Nice.
Old. I actually have. I guess I wasn't here last week, innit? So I got 2 bring-ins for the man.
That's not how it works, bro.
Is that you, yeah?
We don't collect them.
Collecting them, fam. My first bring-in will be from 2 artists, kind of going under a new name. The 2 artists are.
You're gonna take my bring-in.
Go on. Do you want to say it? Say it, because I got another one.
No, go on.
No.
Nice. Go on, say it. It's fine. It's cool.
Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. There's what you're talking about. Yeah, okay. So, not really.
The tune's called "Leave the Door Open." That's my bringing.
Yeah, Leave the Door Open. Big tune, man. Big tune. I'm looking forward to that album. I like it when artists on that same kind of wave link up. And I just like that genre of music as well, bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Les's bringing. I guess my bringing will be. I've started watching a new show. I've started watching 2 new shows. One is very good. I'm going to give it a bit more time. I feel safe to give it to people, but I'm going to give it a bit more time. I'll give you this one for now because I've completed this one. That is a new show on Netflix called The One. I don't know if any of you lot have started watching this yet. You might have seen it pop up.
Yeah.
It started auto-playing by accident.
Auto-playing.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little synopsis or like a preface kind of thing. It is prelude rather. It is. I'd say it's similar to a little bit Black Mirror-ish in terms of it being about like technology, but it's set in the present day. In short, there's a group of scientists that have figured out how to find people's match. So that, like, see, when we have this idea of soulmates, they can take like a bit of your hair, a bit of your DNA, run it through their system, and they can say, right, Mike's match is some girl called whatever in Sweden. She's 26, whatever, yeah. And then you can, like, it's like Match.com, but then you link up, and this person is supposed to be your complete match. They do everything
29
for you.
29, yeah.
21. And yeah, they'll and then it focuses essentially around that, and then like this new technology is introduced, people are trying it. Divorce rates are through the roof because people are in relationships, but then someone gets the itch and wants to try this thing, and they find a match, and everything that happens around it. Like, it's a good like core kind of concept, and there's like a bit of like murder mystery.
It's a series,
a good watch.
Yeah,
series. I think I want to say like 8 episodes. I finished it now. Seems like there's going to be a season 2, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. Definitely one that I imagine you probably watch with the missus, and she asks you bare questions like, "What did you think?"
Oh, Rich, you're stitching us up. Man.
Setting man up.
But no, it's a good watch, man. Just the concept alone, I'd say check it out.
This
very cold.
So that is The One on Netflix.
Cold. You're a trusted voice as well, Rich. I'll give you that in the TV space.
Series man.
Series man. I've got a song. It's from a couple new R&B artists or artists who represent the new R&B wave. It's Lucky Day and Masego, also featuring Alex Isley, and the song is called Good and Plenty.
Nice.
Cool. That sounds
nice.
That sounds like my kind of vibe.
I think did you bring a Lucky Day tune the other week, a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah. How much can a heart take?
Yeah. That was a good tune. Yeah, man.
Cold, man.
Lovely.
Boys, we're at episode 200 next week.
Mm-hmm.
We are.
Let that sink in.
Nuts.
Feels like it's taken a while to get here, but we're there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're here.
Yeah, nothing can't stop us, man. Pandemic tried to slow our run, all of that.
They tried. And yeah, some good stuff coming down the line as well, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
We can't speak on it just yet.
Yes, definitely. Well, I guess all will be revealed. I have to share it with the people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, and that's another episode. That's episode 199. It's the Mandem podcast.
Keep it locked.
Hey Mike, you tried to rub me out. You tried to rub me out on the last one, didn't you? I just